Chess stream here on lichess and Twitch. We will be playing our Fast Friday stream, which means that unlike Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm going to be just doing faster games, which mean 5+3. It's not really super fast, but for my streams, it's relatively fast. I don't have as much time to commentate. We're going to try to play more games than usual and just accept everyone's challenges as they come here on the stream. So it's 5+3 blitz. I think I don't have the window capture up. Wait a second. You guys don't see what I'm watching, which is kind of important. There. Okay, we're better now. So we got the window capture up. Mic is okay. It looks good now, and we should be ready to go. All right, I've got challenges from Morales and Nefedov. Last night was the subscriber stream. We did some game analysis of games submitted by the viewers, and I thought that went pretty well. All right. I've got this weird message from Twitch again. It says, unless you got a time machine, that content is unavailable. This did this the last couple days. Playing for 0 viewers. Playing for 6 viewers. Now it's back again. I'm not really sure what makes it do that. Let's see. It did that last night too. I think it's like Twitch. Kind of, I don't know actually. I mean, it's something new to me. That's this third time it's done that in the last week. It's a new message for sure. Sotiga, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see all you guys. Astrobate, Chess Fun 27. It's hot here every single day. It's hot. Even in the morning it's hot. It's crazy. It's like summer. All right, let's get started with this challenge from Morales. So got tough players, Morales and Nefedov. We can just play whatever we want today. Not yesterday, but Wednesday was Weird Wednesday, so I try to play specifically unusual openings for me. But on Mondays and Fridays when I play Blitz and Rapid Chess, we can just play whatever we feel like. So that feels liberating to just play whatever opening I want. All right, let's try to be a little creative. I think I get too restricted in my repertoire sometimes. We can transfer to a kind of King's Indian double fianchetto here. That would be my preference. It can also be a hedgehog if he chooses to play c5. This is an idea that I've pretty much considered playing. I don't think I've actually gotten any games. Morales sticks really with kind of the main response here, e5. Now knight c6. I don't know if that's the most popular move in this position. I don't actually have a clue. Oddly enough, I was looking at something kind of similar. Don't really like bishop g4. Morales has played 9 moves in 3 seconds. I mean, it seems kind of fast. I wouldn't play chess anymore, Chess Fun 27, if everyone played the same opening. I would lose interest in the game. Alright, I think I'm going to play e4 here. He's given me a couple tempi to set up, basically like a Botvinnik system. Now we have the possibility of knight to g5. But it would really be contingent on my ability to play f4, following it up. So in other words, knight g5, bishop d7, for example, f4, knight h5 concerns me. And I would have tactical problems there, so I can't get away with that. We have to just develop our pieces. It's a consideration as to whether knight c3 or knight d2. Maybe there are other plans as well. I'm almost certainly going to have to play king h2 at some point. to defend the h3 pawn from queen d7 or queen c8 or some such. b3 is the current first place opening. Now I go for the bishop, or do I? Maybe like knight g5 is overrated. Let's just develop a piece here. It seems to me that Morales, just looking at it, you know, it seems like his goal is to stay ahead on time. I mean, I would almost get that impression that he's consciously focusing mainly on trying to stay ahead on time, like his priority, which I don't think is really correct. He doesn't take long thinks on any single move. I've already like paused and thought for like almost 30 seconds on one or two moves. But I mean, to each his own. You know, I don't know. I feel like I'm constantly behind on the clock. Morales seems underrated. 1875. He's pretty good for that rating. Alright, we're going to try this. It's a little bit unclear, but at least creates some imbalance in the position. Kind of a standard theme. I'm not saying I'm better. I'm not really sure who's better here. Possibly I am better. Very close position. Anyway, I can't analyze so much. It's 5 plus 3. When I play 6 plus 3, 7 plus 3, we have a lot of extra time. As Tushar was saying yesterday, the f4 is never removed there in all those variations because of the long diagonal problem. Queen g5 is a pretty strange move by black here. Looks like he's trying to trap his own queen. Knight f3. That will end up blocking my own guy. Alright. It's kind of awkward. I could play h4 though. h4 and then f4. That's a bit weakening. I want to play f4, but I can't tactically play f4 because of the g3 square. Alright, anyway, let's just kick him out. Yeah, he's just like playing fast moves, but alright. We just take and play maybe d4 here. Try to open it up. Too much focus on moving fast. Now I have a great bishop on a long diagonal. This is just clear advantage to white. Not so easy to break through. But he never ever lets me be ahead on the clock. It's like he's terrified to be behind on the clock or something. I've noticed this with other players. It seems like, you know, you think, oh, they just want to beat you on time, but it doesn't seem like he actually wants to beat me on time. It seems like he's terrified to have less time. You know, that's the impression that I get. It's almost like a defensive playing fast. Like, what would they do if they were behind on the clock? They're paranoid of that, you know, so they move super fast. The object is just move as fast as you can, not to try to make the best moves. This is absolutely opposite to my philosophy. World Loser plays like that too, but I don't understand the point, you know. I mean, it would be fine in bullet chess. That's the object, I guess, in bullet chess. You just play as fast as possible. But here I think you ought to take more time. I don't like that a4 coming in and breaking my structure, but I lose flexibility too. He's really compromised his king side, though. Seriously here. I need to reorganize. Yeah, Asterbay was saying how you, before the stream started, you were saying how you actually resign sometimes when the opponent is about to lose on time, because you're not really thinking about the time factor. But in any kind of chess game where time is like, you know, less than an hour per side, I think that time is vitally important. I try not to play for time, but as I was saying right before the stream started. But sometimes you just have to really consider it very carefully in your practical decision making. This is an insanely difficult position for Black to defend. He just has to move back and forth. I mean, with the knight fianchettoed on g7 and me having the long diagonal. His opening was fine, but he played too fast. Now he's using time. But that's what I'm trying to say. Don't wait until you have a bad position to start thinking. You know, like start thinking when you have a good position, and take your time when you have a good position. Don't wait to get into a bad position and then use all your time. I think that's absolutely opposite to the approach you should take. Now, if this was not increment blitz, I would agree more with Morales' approach, of course. If we were playing 5-0, I couldn't get in that time disadvantage that I have. Obviously, I mean, f5 is possible at some point, and e5 is possible at some point, but amazingly difficult to break through here. g4 should be considered. You could go ahead and do it, maybe. I didn't have a clear, or I don't have a clear plan. Didn't and don't. He's not thinking about like walking his king to the queen side, because I mean I'm going to get him on either diagonal. It doesn't matter. Just too hard to play Black's position compared to White's position. It's got to be a breakthrough somewhere. I guess I should have played g5 right away. But I hate, you know, I hate the clock deciding the game. That seems what it like comes down to. Which is sort of silly, and that's why I don't play bullet chess. Here at the end of the day, probably open the position on the dark squares, and the black king is just toast. He could play f5, but then I play rook e2, and there's no way to stop it from breaking open. Still got. He could have taken on g5 there. I thought that was his best. Still got counterplay. Man. This is just a blunder. He had knight g7 there, still defending. To some degree. But there's just no defense. I don't like his time management. He had a perfectly good opening. And I know that Morales can play well. The computer says after 12 moves, black is slightly better. At least equal here. Knight h5, knight h4. Queen e7, knight f5, and I think this moment of truth, he really needs to take this. And we just play this position where I'm probably slightly better. I thought maybe f4, is that bad because it opens up the g file? No, apparently not good. But this is playable for black. So, okay, we lost Nafedov. I guess he had to go. I'm going to play Soltigo next. 5 plus 3, you know, with the increment you got plenty of time, so take your time more. I know it's the first game today. But 5-3 is a long time control by modern standards. I mean, everyone's playing like 1 minute, 30-second chess. 5-3 is like insanely lots amount of time. I mean, alright, we're going with knight f3. Soltigo. You should be sleeping. Having tacos, man. I miss real Mexican food. Or at least American or Tex-Mex or something. But, you know, there's like Mexican restaurants in Hungary are not really realistic. Okay, c6. Don't talk about tacos. Gonna make me crazy. Very unusual opening here. Knight a6, knight c7. Hell, it's probably not that bad. How bad can it be? The knight is awkwardly placed on c7. It's like a Slav where you went knight a6, knight c7. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's not that good. You know, like your knight is never going to be super well placed there. Then the temptation to take here on f6. I don't think that's that bad for black, honestly. I'm not going to do that. You know, I don't want to go there. If I take on d5, he just strengthens his center with a c-pawn. So I think I should just chill. I'm playing a nice, quiet Reti where his knight is on the wrong square. Nothing special, but solid for white. I've got to watch the discoveries. I mean, there's always the fact that these are facing off. Man, am I that slow? Everybody's faster than me. I need to just train myself to play faster. I like to think, though. That's my problem. I like to think too much. You could see something similar to the last game, like queen d7, knight g5. Where's he going after that? Bishop f5, e4. I think I'll just make a constructive move here. Honestly, my bishop on g2, it doesn't do a heck of a lot. It's a kingside defender. I wasn't convinced by knight g5, bishop g4. That looked kind of weird to me. We're trying to keep his knight on c7, so it's misplaced. Now I might have knight g5. The thing is now he's prepared for e4, then he has the d file. If knight g5, bishop f5, e4, I've got problems again. Thank you, Mubot. Chess Fun 27 says I lost to 11 100 rated player in increment chess. Well, I think there's a learning curve with increment, and you kind of have to get used to it. I didn't play much increment at all before I started streaming 2 years ago. I mean, I'm basically 40 years into my chess career, and well, not that long, but 30 years into my chess career, and let's say I just started playing increment blitz really like 2 years ago. I mean, you just need to get used to it, but it's very useful. I mean, it's not my idea. Every tournament I go to now has a 30-second increment, so it's becoming like kind of usual. If you play tournament chess, you get used to it. At first, I couldn't adjust. I lost this one game where I tried to flag my opponent in a critical situation in the end, where he had like the 30-second increment, or 5-second delay even is enough. I think it was a 5-second delay, in fact. Trying to play for time. I mean, you learn your lesson quickly that that's not an option. Okay, we can play e4 now. I kind of like it. The e4, he takes on c4. That's interesting. But actually, how good is e4? I mean, it just liquidates everything. It looks like it's just going to liquidate a lot of stuff. Not really what I want to do. Okay, let's soften him up a little bit. We're just massaging the a7 pawn. Jiu-jitsu. Horse fighter army. Don't think about moves early on in the morning. I suppose you really want to play faster, just pick some openings and play moves from memory after move 20, 30. Well, unfortunately, even if you did memorize 20 to 30 moves of theory, the majority of players are not going to go there with you. In tournament chess, yes, it's very possible, but in online blitz, you can pretty much forget about it. I mean, if I play with title players like IMs and GMs and some weaker masters, I mean, there's a pretty good chance we'll have a theoretical game of 20 moves. But the majority of players, there's no way, that's going to happen. Most people like the literally horse fighter army. Horse around. Got a lot of horses around here. Soltico now there's other people who have this thing where they'll move super fast and then they'll tank on one move, and then it looks like Soltico here just kind of lost his mind. He played that. What is he gonna do? Bishop takes a7, d4. I try not to be materialistic, but I mean, in this case, this is just a free pawn. I mean, if his intention is to play d4, then I've got a lot of good moves, but bishop b6 is the simplest among them. Maybe not a lot of good moves. Anyway, I have bishop b6 at the very minimum. e3 is also interesting there. Maybe not interesting enough, though. I can only imagine his intention was to play that. Maybe he's got some other creative stuff. He's creating weaknesses. I was talking to one of my students yesterday about his issues in his game, and it looked like this particular student I was working with yesterday has an issue where he's creating a lot of weaknesses in his position, a lot of pawn weaknesses. Okay, f5, some logic to this. Bishop d4 I'd like to play, but it fails tactically. As I mentioned earlier, I can play bishop b6 at the very minimum. Soltico likes to create chaos. Knight d4. There's tactics. This d takes c4 tactic thing is pretty annoying. If he gets my dark square bishop, he will have some sort of compensation to some degree. But I gotta believe that black's position it's not good enough, Okay, he has some attack on the king side, maybe. But my position is extremely sound. I mean, I have no weaknesses. Yeah, he's gonna try some kind of king side attack with g5. Played f4. I like g5 a little bit better, but maybe it doesn't matter. Now this does create a weakness. Which way should I take back? Toward the center normally. He's got some counterplay. A little bit of counterplay for black here. I wouldn't say he plays like Tal, but he has a certain skill for creating chaos in otherwise hopeless situations. I've got to unpin myself. Okay, that pin is actually a big problem for black here. The bishop on b6. It means his queen can't go anywhere, and that his knight is pinned to his rook. Now he just kind of lost his mind. This is very strange, the structure he's taken on here. His bishop on g7 is pretty much dead against my d4 pawn. My base of my pawn chain is protected on e3. The f-file stuff I've negated. I can capture on f5. Well, I guess I should just go back to d1 maybe. It's a little safer. Then he can repeat moves though. Alright. He could just play bishop g4 there, unfortunately. I have to go back to c2. I could have played e4, I suppose. Again, we're really super low on time. But he's managed to make this a tough game. At the end of the day, his position is practically okay. Even though he's 2 pawns down, he's really only like 1 pawn down because there's so much pressure on my d4 pawn. And that's really annoying. This was a hasty move, g4. For all said and done, he's only down 1 pawn. That's impressive. Amazing player, this guy. I think he had something there. There should be some sort of tactic for me here, no? There's nothing. Man. No, he overlooked the maiden one. Alright. No, Soltigo is an interesting player. He has a lot of skills, but he's like self-taught, and so he has a tendency to make like overt blunders and stuff like that. When you're self-taught, you don't learn in a systematic way. It's more likely that you make like big oversights at one point. No, good game, man. You have to play queen f6 there at the. I guess you have to play queen f6 here. Literally, like the only move. Oh, you can't. No. Okay, that drops the queen. So there just is no move. Okay, G5. Wow. I didn't even realize my move was like totally, there's no answer to. It's kind of hard to find the response. Alright, so JCS is up next. No, but you had legitimate counterplay there. After that funky opening with knight c7. I let it slip a little bit. You know, let my advantage really slip. Welcome everybody. I'm International Master William Paschall, guys. We're streaming 5+3 Fast Friday, just accepting challenges from everyone that wants to play. Why do I have just 13 viewers? It's really weird that I have just 13 viewers. That's not normal. Is my stream not listed? Do you guys notice that? The stream isn't being like listed on lichess, is it? Because we should have more than 13 viewers. Do you guys see if the stream is actually up on lichess? I saw that Ginger64 was streaming before. That was listed. Is any stream listed on lichess? Looks like lichess isn't picking up the streams, but I have lichess.org in the title, so it's not Twitch or something. Lichess isn't picking them up. Soltigo, if you don't mind, could you do me a favor and send a message? Took away your IM title. They took away my IM title? Whoa. Hey, that's weird. Well, we're gonna have to like discuss that. Yeah, someone mentioned that last night and I forgot about it. What the hell's going on? Alright, why do I have two windows open here? That's hurting my feelings. They're taking away my IM title. How dare they? I'm even a contributor. Alright. I've only got 14 viewers. Did they take away my streaming powers too? Whoa, wait a minute. Let me check my profile here. I want to... Alright, let's finish the game. But I don't know. Now I'm concerned what the heck is going on with my account on lichess. This is why your stream is not being advertised? No title? What do you mean there's no title? Oh, because there's no title. Well, it's not about title. It doesn't matter what your title is. It's about if you're a streamer or not on lichess. I just want to open a new page. Why is that so difficult? This is totally new to me. I didn't realize someone mentioned something last night. I wish JCS would... We could like pause the game would be cool. Alright, let's just finish the game. But I'm upset about this. Why would they do that to me? You know, after all I've done for them. If I play knight on bd7... You're going to trap my bishop and I can't have time. What's going on with this line? What the hell is happening here? I castled. I'm playing an unusual move order. Alright, it's actually a Catalan move order. Yeah, why would they remove my title? Okay, that's not cool. It's not even a funny joke. It also says I have no friends online. Does that make sense? Like... Is that even possible? Well, it's not like they give the titles, man. It's a FIDE title. They either believe I have it or they don't, you know? It's not their title. It's their decision to recognize my title. But we'll take a break after this to see what's going on. All right, let me. All right, this is pissing me off. How many windows do I have open now? 2. How many now? Just 1. I've only got 15 viewers because lichess took away my title. That's cool. Right, at least it should show Soltico as a friend online. I don't understand what's going on. But is anybody else listed as a streamer right now? In the forum, it's on the forum posted 14 hours ago, remarked some titles are not visible. But are any of the streamers visible now? Because earlier I saw Ginger64 listed as a streamer. And is anybody visible? No streamers visible. Yeah, I guess they have problems. It's not personal. White played a3 here, and I'm going to fix the pawn with a4. I think that's the typical situation where you should play b3 first. Well, there are streamers on lichess, it's just that you can't see them. I mean, when I started the stream 30 minutes ago, Ginger64 was streaming. It's possible he quit, but more likely he's the same as me. So Volstoy says he sees streamers, but not myself. But Volstoy, if you're Russian or another language, you may seem like you may see streamers depending on your language. Your language settings probably dictate what streamers you see. Because like I don't see streamers streaming in like Russian and stuff like that. It's possible that you do depending on your settings. So that's another question. If you're set for another language, you might get a display of different streamers. I'm not sure about it, but it's possible. We have knight b5. Black screen. Why did that happen? Okay, that's my problem. I've had a really bad day today. Why is Mike doing that? All right, what's going on? That's my problem. Black screen. Okay, because I switched boards. Sorry. We're good now. So, sorry guys. We're back to this game with JCS. I'm getting all upset. We've got no viewers because lichess has decided to have a bug or something. Hopefully it's not something I did. I no longer have a title. We have no viewers. It's good. But I can continue just for the 15 of you guys, my faithful friends. Horsefighter Army, sorry, just fixed it. I was trying to open a second board. All right. I don't want him to play like a5 particularly. I would say like white's play is a little unorthodox. With the queenside, he didn't really expect... I mean, he wasn't trying to do that to break up his queenside pawns. He needs to try to trade off his a-pawn. That was my fault. Sorry about that. So knight takes c7, bishop takes a4. Ooh. That's annoying. I was actually expecting knight d2, you know, and trying to trade off with knight b3. I have bishop f5. This should win a pawn. It's a big square you got there. That's going to give him some play. Those nasty knights. Pretty nasty knights. But I'm not happy with lichess. I lost the exchange. I didn't even realize I was losing the exchange. Okay, I'm a little bit flustered in this game. Lichess, you made me lose my concentration. JCS guilty, as everyone else, of playing a little bit too fast. He's got an enormous amount of time. I mean, 2 minutes with a 3-second increment. He's got a minute more than me, and yet he still continues to make like instantaneous moves. I think that's bad time management. You need to stop and think for at least 10 seconds a move in that sort of situation. I mean, rook e1 is logical, but you're also setting yourself up for forks. You might have had a better move there. I didn't want to lose the exchange, but that's what happened. Luckily, we still have compensation because of the strong knights and the extra pawns. Pawn. The operative word being pawn. It feels like I have 2 pawns. There was no way out of losing that exchange. No, I mean, his knights were all over me. I'm actually kind of happy I lost the exchange. I mean, with those knights on b5 and c6, it's almost like I would purposely try to lose the exchange to get rid of one of them. Probably at that point. I mean, particularly the knight on c6, of course, is... That was a very crafty line by JCS, though. Now he's starting to use his time. I've got to watch back rank mate. Fortunately, like on f4, I have knight f3 check. There's no en passant because of queen e8 mate. So we have compensation, but I still think that white should be okay. There are lines like knight d4, rook takes a4, winning a second pawn. But I mean, that's sort of variation like knight d4, rook takes a4, queen takes a4, f4. And that back rank mate, and then kicking my knight off of g5. I could have problems. Pepe Lulu is hosting for 3 viewers. It's a good thing because we have no viewers because lichess is not broadcasting my stream as a thing. Let's just make sure we don't get back rank mated. Looks like he just made the conscious decision to give back the exchange. Kind of a messy position. He could have played queen e8 check as well. The flash tactics, you have knight takes c7 there. Queen takes c7, rook e8 check. King h7 doesn't work, huh? That does work, though. King h7, queen f5, g6, queen f6, and you're like mating me. Alright, I hung my rook. Good game, man. I was flustered this game. Alright, this wasn't good concentration. I just dropped a rook on c4. I was preempting him like coming down here. Oh no, I dropped a rook. Alright, I was a little bit like lacking concentration in this game because of the stuff with lichess. Still, it wasn't too bad of a game, but the final position is like equal. But here he has this. I was really concerned about something that wasn't even possible. I'm analyzing like a line that's not even possible. No, here. Queen takes f3, rook takes a4, right, knight takes c7. This is what I was spending on my time, like, thinking about here. Right? Why doesn't this work? I mean, in reality, it may have not been as good as his move, because it actually doesn't leave him, like, with... Well, he has a threat of rook e8, obviously. This is pretty serious. It works, because the queen takes, check. You know, king h7, queen f5, g6, queen f6. But it doesn't really do anything. Okay, that's the problem with knight takes c7. Okay, it does threaten rook e8, though. I mean, I probably would have played it. Apparently, I can play king h7, and you can't do anything to me. Strangely, as strange as it seems, no, but white is better with queen f4. Okay, it's not clear. It's close. I don't know. You know, it's close. But I just dropped a rook. I forgot you were protecting that on c4. I thought your queen was on f3 or something. I don't know. But let's see my account, because I don't know what's going on with the lichess here. Congratulations for breaking the 2400. What is going on? Dude, they really think I don't have a title. I have no friends online. I have no title. But I mean, let's see the community here. Yeah, everybody else has titles, just not me. That's not cool. What about my friends list? I have no friends either. Are all my friends gone? Dude. Now all my friends are gone? This is a serious problem. I mean, Jeroen said that there was somebody posting and something about it in the forum, but I mean, all my friends are gone from my friend list. Like, this is really kind of messed up. Let's send a message here. All right. All right. I sent this, okay. All right, let's see. Am I the only one with this problem, though? There's like no way to know. I still have my messages, at least. That's good to know. I'm still a lichess coach, but I'm not a titled player and I'm not a streamer anymore. Alright guys, let's go back and I don't know what's going on. Let's just take some more challenges. The thing that bothers me the most is not having my friends list. Like, I can't even see who's on. Alright. Kwame is playing the Stonewall. Oh, it's not the Stonewall. The Stonewall that's not a Stonewall. But now I get an e4, I have a good game. still have 22 viewers, even without lichess. That's not bad. Yeah, I'm sorry it happened during your game, JCS. I kind of lost my focus. But I've been really committed here to lichess, so it's sort of disturbing. Alright. It kind of ruins my stream, you know? What can I do? No viewers. I'm like streaming with no viewers. I know I've lost some rating points, but are they going to take my title away? It seems weird that it would just affect some players and not others. Alright. Apparently there's other players streaming. Thanks, Soltigo. Alright. We'll just keep going. I've got to leave a little bit early today, around 2 or 12:15. I usually stream for 2.5 hours, but I have some lessons, so we're going to have to quit 15 minutes early today. Would have converted. Converted what? I wasn't even better. It was like equal. JCS. Title tournament coming up. Perhaps somebody complained and you've been placed on admin control. Somebody complained? Complained about what? Like that I suck for my rating or what? Title tournament coming on. They don't have to worry about me playing in that. I would never play in a 1-minute chess tournament. Alright. I had too many draws, so they refused to recognize my IM title on lichess anymore. That must have been what happened. But I mean, if you look at the community, like who's online. Here we go again. I mean, if you look at the community who's online, there's a lot of title players online. They all have their titles. So it's kind of weird, you know. It's a bug that specifically affects a few players. Like, that's kind of strange. Maybe Yuruin is right. I didn't do anything to have my title revoked. Black's playing very solidly here. It's actually not bad for Black. I liked Queen H5. This looks pretty good too. Black's equal. He's like totally equalized. Wow. I have no idea what to do here. You guys got to understand something when you're like, I hope Fabi joins, and you know, Magnus is world champion. He has tons and tons of money, more so than any of the other players. So whereas like Carlsen can afford to like mess around and and play in a tournament like that, I mean, and then donate his prize back, I don't think like a lot of other players can afford to do that, you know. Seriously. I mean, I don't think that Fabiano has near the money that Caruana. I mean, duh. You know, Fabiano doesn't have near the money and resources that Carlsen does. He can't afford to do that, probably. He could play okay, you know, sure. But, like, win the tournament and donate the money back, that's something that really I think only Carlsen can afford to do. Okay, it's a good PR stunt. Well, I mean, you know, several of the programmers are Norwegian guys, so maybe Magnus is really close to them. He's a professional model, that's true. Salo Floor hit a cologne named after him. First Salo Floor cologne model, and then Magnus Carlsen. Man, this is so solid for black. I guess I have c5, possibly. Kind of risky move. Kwon moved instantly. Wow. Kwon is ridiculously solid. For the Dutch, though, I mean, to play the Dutch and play solidly, it seems kind of counterintuitive. I mean, he's like the solidest Dutch player ever. You hope Santa Claus rejoins and takes the crown this time? We have a very, very small edge here. Play is excellent. Actually, Kwon has a couple of draws against me with simul games. He's been around 2000 in regular chess, so he's pretty solid. No one's heard from Santa since his account got banned. I don't understand. I don't know anything. It's all a mystery. People that get banned, they disappear and they're never heard of again, and they don't really know why they got banned in many cases. I don't think that lichess reveals the accusations, you know. But I mean, it seems like in a democracy, you kind of need to explain to people like what they did wrong. I mean. Okay, he's accused of computer cheating. That's the accusation, I guess. I suppose. Hey, Spinal Tap, what's up, man? Are you still in IM? Because I'm not anymore, apparently. They took away my title here on lichess. Wow, this guy is just playing crazy. Crazy interesting chess. Killing my bishop pair with his knights. Do you notice anything strange with your account, Spinal Tap? I don't know. My account is suddenly not an IM anymore, and I don't have a friends list, and I don't have a streamer badge anymore, and no messages about it or anything. I mean, I know I've been playing bad. That's what I was joking. You know, I like draw with all these little kids and stuff. Of course. But it's not April Fool's Day. I've never seen this Knights get this active before. He's all over me. Man, can you get more aggressive here on my stuff? Man. You think like the bishop pair would give me an advantage. It seems like some sort of disadvantage somehow. Check him out. Damn, he's coming with knight e4 next? Are you serious? But the only problem, it isn't the only problem that my title's gone. It's like, why is it gone? And why, where did it go? Man, Kwame is playing really, really well in this game. Think it caused your email got reset? Why would my email get reset? I don't understand anything. That's awesome if you can help, Spinal Tap. But I don't think it's a bug, you know? I mean, it seems like it's something specific to my account. Just going by what my account says? Thanks, man. Well, I appreciate any help. Man, this is a tough game. He's got a weakness on g6 and a weakness on c5. I'm still not sure if I can win, though. Yesterday, all your info come up. Yesterday, like, the only thing that happened was that I tried to log in, like, on a... I was just, trying to do, like, anonymous Mozilla page by accident. I like, right-click and did something like that. How do I make progress here? Jeez, this guy. Wow. Check him out. He's got no time. He's holding this with the outside pawn. I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with it. It was fine until today. I'm an IM again. But the thing is, I am an IM again. Thanks, Spinal Tap. But I'm not a streamer, and all my friends list is gone, which is really weird. Like, why would my friends list be gone? You know, erased. All my online friends are gone, and I'm not a streamer anymore. on lichess, so I'm trying to stream, but I have no viewers. I still have 30 viewers, even though I'm not a lichess streamer anymore. I sent a message to Thibault. Alright, let's play Dracofire. I mean, I do suck, you know. But I technically am stronger than some of the IMs out there. Alright, let's play this variation. I don't understand why my email would get reset. That doesn't make any sense. You lost all the players I followed. Right. Exactly. That's crazy. I mean, it's going to take me like... You can make me a streamer again. Awesome. It's going to take me... I'm going to have to reset the players I have to follow, I guess. My friends list. Yeah, I don't think you can help with that. I don't know what happened with that, though. 0 following. At least I didn't lose my followers. But I don't understand what caused it. Alright, let's just try to put the knight on f5. Something caused my whole account to like reset itself somehow in a great way. I still have coach. Yeah, I still have the coach thing, but I don't have streamer anymore. So I had like no viewers today for my stream. I thought it was like a bug on lichess. I didn't know if it was specific to me. Yeah, I mean, just a disaster. Maybe I should play bishop f6 here. I was under attack by lichess. I mean, yeah, I mean, yesterday, like, when I tried to log in, I think I clicked, what is it called? I clicked a private window on Mozilla by accident, but I don't think that had anything to do with it. What would that do? Nothing. I just had to re-click and log in on a... Bishop c3, that's a crafty move. He wants me to fix his pawn structure. That's not happening, bud. I'm not taking on c3 and letting you take back with the pawn. Okay, guys, we've got about an hour, a little over an hour left to stream. So hopefully Spinal Tap can help fix and make me a streamer again. But I'm impressed, you guys. We still have 31 viewers without even being a stream on lichess. That's not bad. That's actually... I'm actually surprised it's that high. It's gone that high to 31. I've got no friends. Just Soltigo, my only friend. It's going to take me like a day, at least, to get all my friends back. It's like, I probably had like 100 people or 75 people on my friends list. What should I do here? Okay, this variation, to be perfectly honest, my take on this is that, having played it many times, this is a new approach I've seen from... The first time I've seen this approach from Dracofire, this idea of playing like bishop e2 and then sticking the bishop on c3. The normal approach is to play something like d3, bishop d2, a3, and then play like rook b1 and b4. I'm still not a streamer. No, I'm not a streamer now. They don't want me. Alright, so here. Black's like infinitesimally better because I control the d4 square, but it's nothing to do. Like, there's no pawn breaks for black. The problem with this setup, it's a good defensive setup, but as far as playing for a win, very difficult for black to achieve. Like d5 or b5. I take back, welcome. But I'm impressed we've got 32 viewers without being listed on lichess. That's pretty solid. If I was listed on lichess, we'd probably have like 60. But I'm surprised we had that many. I lost all my friends. But I mean, it would be good to know the reason for this, you know? Because it shouldn't happen that easily. Unless someone did it on purpose, you know? I'm just a GDI. Goddamn independent. Rook on f to d4. Can you sign up as a streamer now? What do you mean by sign up? Not sure how to get to you. Haven't done this in a while. Usually just bad engines. I sent a message to Thibault, but he's probably busy, or he's probably not even here. I don't expect an immediate response. We're not going to do any streams till Sunday after this. I don't understand how it could happen so easily, though, you know, because that's pretty disruptive. Knight there, and now he's threatening knight to g4, it seems like. So we're going to bring this guy back, and then we can play f5 sometimes. But what do you mean by sign up? I have to sign up again? Maybe there's an easier way to do it. I'll do that if I have to. I mean, hopefully someone can just click a button. Button clicker. Professional. No, he's gonna like... He's gonna equalize. That was what I was afraid of. But does it equalize? Yeah. You thought it was strange that I had only one challenger when I logged on. Yeah, we have the regulars, you know. And Dracofire is in full... He's in full vacuum mode. Now he decides not to keep trading pieces? Wow. That's sort of weird. Just when you thought it was safe to come out of the water. He suddenly decides he's going to stop exchanging pieces. Okay, anyway, this is going to be kind of a tough struggle. What was wrong with bishop takes c3? Well, I didn't like it that much. That's the only thing wrong with it. Now he's like better. Hard for both sides to make progress. Well, nothing was wrong with bishop takes c3, man, but I mean, in that structure, he's just got this free pressure down these central phalanx or files or whatever you want to call them. I mean, the fact that he has double pawns is absolutely irrelevant. I mean, that's not a good exchange for me to take on c3. Maybe it was better than what I did, like a better kind of equality, but I was never better once I pulled my knight off of d4. I guess I had to handle it a different way. This looks equal. Maybe we got some counterplay with a4. It's like an accelerated dragon. Actually, This is a really strong plan by white, you know. Rook d3 and then triplasny. Really, really well planned out stuff here. Where should I go? Rook a8. Extremely strong game from Drakfire. Nobody knows what happened to my account. It wasn't like that yesterday. In fact, it wasn't like that last night. I mean, I had a stream last night. Everything was fine, and then I wake up today and it's all messed up. No message from anybody, no reason for it to have happened. Here he has b4. I assumed I was okay here. But I mean, there's no way that I'm better. We could just win on time in an equal position. That's the optimal result. Alright, somebody... I think that Spinal Tap must be working because I became a streamer again. Uh-oh. I'm not going to get there fast enough to save this pawn. Thanks, Spinal Tap, man. I wish we could figure out why that would happen or what could cause it to happen. Have you ever seen it happen to anybody else? Like their whole account gets erased? It would be really cool to know what caused it in the first place. Man, he's gonna like leave me like this forever. Stop it. Now I'm stuck here. Brilliant defense. Wow. There's no way to make progress. Yeah, Spinal Tap, can you just make everybody like a streamer and a title player while you're at it? The friends thing is gonna hurt, man. What the heck am I gonna do? What's the deal with this opening? Okay, there's some games until here. Nobody else played Rook c8 so early like I did. Maybe it's too much of a luxury. And I'm surprised there's only like 3 games here. How the heck is that possible? 5 games. This is like a relatively kind of like typical line of the English defense. I mean, there's no way there's only 5 master games. Thanks, Spinal Tap, man. You deserve a beer, man. I swear. I'll buy you a beer when I see you the next time. Alright, now we've got to... I guess I can watch one of my old streams. No, I mean, I don't think I have any screenshots of my friends list. That sucks. I need like a screenshot of my friends list, and then I could just go down the line and like put them back again. It's gonna take me forever to like remember all my friends. I'm a good friend. What the heck happened? I take back 5 + 3. Anyway, good game. Very good game by white there. Not much to do. Let's play e4. I haven't played e4 at all like lately. Mostly g3 and stuff like that. Roy Lopez. Thanks for subscribing. Somebody send him a 6-pack of beers. Bishop e5, a6, bishop a4. You're just usually banning computers. Good job. It's good you put your skills to positive use. Spinal Tap. Saltigo, I'll narrow it down from the 1,700 followers. Alright. It sounds like some sort of forensic job for Hawaii 5-0. Scrolling and scrolling and scrolling through lists of people. I think the first 20 or 25 will be easy. But then those people who I haven't seen in like a year who are on my friends list, it's gonna get hard. Alright. You don't get a beer for that suggestion, Saltigo. It just doesn't sound fun. I take back plays d6 so we don't have to worry about Tushar and his Marshall Gambit. My students, I'll find all of you guys who are like regulars on the stream, I'll be able to put back on the friends list pretty quickly. But the more distant friends, the older ones that I haven't seen in a while, are going to be hard to remember. That's a good thing. I have to back up my friends list from now on. The knight a5 right away, huh? Without castling an h3. Someone played against me this a few months ago. You know, you kind of wonder, like, should I try to exploit the fact that black hasn't played bishop g4 somehow? Not so easy to do so. I mean, I guess he can just... I mean, I'm saying the fact that I haven't played h3, you know, can he exploit that with bishop g4 somehow? I guess that I was trying to say that, you know. It makes more sense than what I said. Camel Culture, you can be a friend now, okay? You can be like my second friend ever. Spinal Tap is going to be my second friend, and you can be my third friend. Saltigo is my first friend. At least they put back my title. I drew too many little kids, so they took it away. So h3 we just transpose back into theory. Is there a way? It's, you know, the Will Paschall in a 5-minute game, honestly, a closed Chigorin Will Paschall, it's probably one of the harder openings to play. Did my cookies get cleared? No. I didn't clear my cookies. Or cough up my cookies. Or anything like that. Knight f1. Alright, let's just transpose. I don't know what to do. Do you mean there's a way I could find it using my cookies somehow? Do you think I could find like an old like screen view of that somehow in the cookies, or what's the point? Guess that when your account logged out on its own was when the bug occurred and has seems to reset the account. Well, I know one thing. It doesn't seem like the board settings are any different, you know? Basically, your account suffered a horrible gardening accident, according to the log. It's like Plants vs. Zombies. I just got the lawnmower. Alright. You know, I mean, I guess a lot of people play d5 in these kind of positions. I haven't played this sort of position in ages. Try to go Bobby Fischer. R.I.P. Lengyel Bela. was a Hungarian IM. We had some blitz games. He loved to play the black side of this. He was really expert. D5 is debatable. You know, I think that once I played like G4 and Bela hit me with H5 in a blitz game, I remember that very distinctly. I don't know if it's good in this exact position or not. Tushar, you're welcome, man. I was mentioning you for some reason. I'm gonna have to conduct a friends list survey. Were you on my friends list? Do you want to be my friend? It's a good thing that the Spinal Tap was here. Now Thibault is gonna get mad that I bothered to waste his time by sending an email. Well, Spinal Tap fixed everything in the meantime. Alright, G4. G4 knight H7 looks like the plan. If he's setting that up right now. I feel like then maybe the king H2 is just a bad move. Because I would have put my knight on H2 in some lines. A group hug. Alright, G4, knight G3, G4. Let's just do it. I feel lazy. I'm not your friend on Twitch. I don't have a lot of friends on Twitch. I don't, you know, occasionally I'll accept friends, but I don't like chat on Twitch, so that's why I don't even bother, you know, with the Twitch friends and stuff. It's nothing personal. If I don't accept your friendship on Twitch just because I don't really use the service, I mean, I don't need it for anything. Yeah, this is really good for black. Seems really good for black. Maybe I'm wrong. Space is the final frontier, according to Mr. Spock and sci-fi. I haven't been using the spatial style that much. I have a certain friend who's really into space advantages. Personally, it's a matter of style. You can just play systematically. Actually, Spinal Tap is, I think, good with space advantage. He plays kind of that style, systematically converting and increasing space advantage. I mean, knight f5, I'm playing more hyper modern in most of my games. Knight f5 is a space grabbing kind of move. But I was talking about friends on lichess, Tushar. I lost my friends list. We're just going for it now. This is actually starting to look pretty good. I felt that this whole thing was like clumsy and wrong, and now suddenly I like White's position. I mean, it's far from decisive. It's a good D. Some good D there. But if I play like Queen D2 or something, it seems really one-dimensional. It's like, I'm either going to sack on H6 or I have absolutely nothing. My queen is, in fact, in a way, like better on this diagonal. Into the corner. Okay, I've got the king. I've got the king on H2, which is awkward. Looks like it's going to be hard to crack him. There's only one way to crack him with like G5. G5. We could go for it. I don't know, my pieces aren't fully developed here. Maybe I just survived an attack from the Mandela effect and you're almost erased from existence. It was close. I got 45 minutes left, guys. We're just taking the challenges I get. I'm not really sure I like the queen here, but I wanted to just clear. I mean, maybe I should put the queen on f3 there. Now we've got a problem, which way to take back, because if I take back with the e-pawn, I kind of extend this diagonal. But the g-file looks juicy. It looks juicier. Just really caveman style. Bishop takes h6s. But how am I going to break through at the end of the day? It looks like there's not enough ammunition. I would need to like be able to break through on the queen side as well. I haven't followed Tushar Kamde, okay. Bishop takes h6. It hardly seems like there's a way for me to break through there. Now he's actually trying to do something to me. How dare you? How dare you try to play for a win here? That's more like it. But how the heck am I going to make progress? I mean, there's got to be more to life than just trying to flag him. Basically, I need to triple on the file and then like put my h5. Okay, take back is going to lose on time. But I'm not happy for that. You know, winning this on time. That's not what I wanted to do. Now I've got some sick lag going on. Or not. Okay, why can't I just see analysis board? I mean, I'm better now, but I mean, winning? I was going to triple on the file with like queen g2 and then try to play, or I could play, yeah, I have to move my queen. Queen g2, I guess. And then try to play like bishop d1, bishop h5. I guess it's winning. Alright, SXPG is up next, 5+3. I don't think that d5 is really considered by the Illuminati to be the cognoscenti, to be like White's best way of playing that structure. You know, I know that it's generally better to keep the tension for White, but it's so tedious and hard to play in a like fast time control. I have to sit there and try to be really precise in those Chigorin lines where I don't really relinquish the center or close the center somehow. You know, d takes e5. Like Ratmir Holmov, the Russian grandmaster who's deceased now since like 10 years, he was like an expert with black in those Chigorin lines. He played tons of games. And his favorite was like when people would do like d takes e, giving up the center. And that's symmetrical and try to get an advantage with White there. Very hard to do. The way I did it by closing the center with d5 is also considered, uh-oh. You pre-moved and you tricked me. That was dirty, SXPG. Alright, now it's just a pure traverse, which I don't really like to play. But we'll do it. The time control for Sunday this Sunday is, whoa, he's going with the full-on. Let's just try something crazy here. The time control for Sunday is 30:30. I've got a team game this Sunday. I think that following week, what is the date? So the 6th will be 30:30. On the 13th, Sunday the 13th, we'll do a long simul like I wanted to do last week. 60-40. Okay, I mean, he's transposing now to a like 11 fish dragon with colors reversed. I think you gotta go pushing one of these pawns here. You don't have to, okay, fine, but to play the 11 fish dragon with colors reversed, That seems to be asking a lot. Well, anyway, it'll be an interesting game. I don't think I've ever played this position. 60-40 on 60-60. Oh man, that could last too long. That could be like 5 hours or something. That's crazy. No, I can't do that. I thought about it, but I don't think so. 60-40 is enough. It's a little like Marazzi. I could play like knight g5 here, but that just trades pieces. So I don't want to do that. d4 is playable. d4, e4. Actually, d4, e4, knight g5. That might not be too bad. d4, e4, knight g5. d4, knight takes knight, pawn takes knight, e4. And then something like knight g5 followed by f3 would be an interesting game. Okay, let's go for it. Well, 60-60 basically is a tournament game. I mean, I might as well play 90-30. Might as well play 90-30 simul. You know? If we're going to do 60-60. Isn't it, like, pretty similar? What's the difference between 90-30 and 60-60? Let's see, we have an hour left, hour extra. It would have to be a really long game for it to be as much time, I guess. SXPG is making me stumble on my words here. So now I have all kinds of moves. That's a very awkward looking continuation. Bishop d6. Knight g5. Knight takes c3. I mean, this just has to be good for white. Well, most of the people play too fast. Yeah, I agree. This is good for white. It's just a question of how good. Is it like winning or just slightly better or clearly better? I'm not really sure. This is the first time I've ever been in a position like this. Okay, there is the possibility of knight takes e6 here. But I don't think... Let's see, knight takes e6, knight takes d1, knight takes d8. And his knight is trapped on d1. But he's like winning the d4 pawn there. Maybe I could force an ending. Knight takes e6, knight takes d1, knight takes d8 if he recaptures. Although he has knight takes d4 at the end of the day there. Man, my head is spinning. Take, 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 take. I could even take on c6 check. Knight takes, bishop takes, c6 check there. Knight takes d8. He recaptures. He can take on f2. I'm not sold on it. Let's just keep pieces on the board. I wasted a lot of time. There's a game between Garry Kasparov and Woody Harrelson. Oh my god. Yeah, somehow Woody Harrelson just doesn't seem like a chess player. I'm not implying... Okay, all of his characters are kind of dumb. You know, in his acting. You know, you watch Cheers too much, you could never imagine that Woody would be. Plus his name is Woody. Which sounds kind of like a dumb name. Sorry if your name is Woody, anybody out there. it's like a country bumpkin kind of name. Wow, bishop d7. This looks strong. So he's actually pretty good at chess, Acerbate? And that's funny, I had never heard that. What am I going to do now? Grab a pawn? This is like way too materialistic. I was thinking of sacking my queen. I mean, it's playable, but it's kind of fancy and not necessary to sacrifice the queen here. Whoa, there's some weird lines. 96 simply. I mean, 96 just getting a positional advantage. Now I could grab the pawn on h7. That looks even weirder. Queen takes b7, rook b8. Queen sacrifices are tempting. I'm definitely going to get a lot of material for the queen if I sack it here. But I think I'm being a little fancy. Okay, just for fun. We're just having fun. We should get enough for the queen. Maybe not. Hollywood loves chess. You know those old movies where they set up the board wrong? Very, very frequent. Okay, Bogart was a player, that's true. Okay, kind of a messy position though. Even though I have enough material for the queen. I probably wouldn't go into this if it was a tournament game. Maybe I have even better. Well, I probably had better before. Now it's just unclear. This isn't really what I wanted to do. I'm even a little bit on the defensive here, it seems like. His king is relatively safe. S6PG is 1600. In classical, he's 1781. And what is it? 1400 in bullet. Alright. It was too much to sack my queen here. Wow, he's coming up with moves all over the place. I'm just getting ripped apart now. Whoa, I'm just dead in the water. Immediately resigns. Okay, I got a little carried away sacrificing my queen. Been kind of a weird stream today. Another strong move. He seems awful strong, man. He's like 1400 in bullet, taking me apart. Groveling for a draw here. Resigns. Yeah, that was impressive, man. Not my best idea, sacrificing the queen here. Let's see what I did wrong. D4, bishop d6. This apparently wins, but I don't see it. I should have taken on e6 or what? The computer is like plus 4. Show me the +4. I don't see it, you know. How the heck is this +4? Bishop d5 is the best move. Okay. That's +2. It's gone down to +2 now. I just couldn't find any win. I played queen b3, rook f8, and now I could just take the pawn on h7. So I got a little too fancy sacrificing my queen here. This is just for fun. But he played really well after. Apparently I have like enough compensation, which is what I figured. But I didn't count on him playing so well here. Bishop g5 here, rook f6. Takes on f5 and then rook d1. Takes on e5 and then rook d1 is better. And maybe I can try to... I'm actually not sure, but at least I can try to play like bishop e3. Maybe try to play like bishop e3 and bishop c5 or something. But I went completely astray here. After takes, takes. This is bad. Queen h8. King g2. Queen h7. Very primitively threatening rook h8. Rook g8. I'm still better according to the engine until I played h4. But this position is really, really hard to play here. I can't believe white is better. I have... How the heck is white better? I mean, I have a pawn and a bishop and a rook for a queen, but my coordination is next to impossible. The computer is losing its confidence. No, it was okay. It was just horsing around, sacking my queen. Okay, good game. Next game, camel culture. No more sacrificing my queen for fun. You're too good. SXPG plays too well to give him any chances. Alright, camel culture. I'll play d4. What's Sotigo do in Tushar situation? The Indian kids, man. Is there some kind of massive program for kids in India or something? I mean, is it in every school the chess is being taught? Because there's so many, it's insane. That wasn't the case like before Anand came along, right? I mean, it's a relatively modern thing. They've got to tell them to like write their full name on their FIDE registrations. No more Rahul S. Alright. I've got time for 2 more games, guys. I also played this with black. I had a game earlier. I lost. When I realized my account was destroyed. I got a little distracted against JCS. It was still not a totally bad game, but lost my concentration. Camel Culture is playing just like I did. It's actually the same exact position. You know, I've had other games. The thing is, over the board, I'm thinking like Smyslov played knight d7 here, but if you play knight d7, then white can play bishop g5 or bishop c1. And then your bishop is trapped on b4. So over the board, I was looking at knight on bd7, bishop c1, a4, a3, bishop a5, but the pawn just drops with queen takes c, a4. So I think these ideas that Smyslov played had to be a different position where black wasn't castled yet or something. If we didn't castle yet and we played knight on bd7 instead, then black would have time to do stuff like that. But anyway, he's just exchanging on d2. This is the same as my game. The thing is, I can play queen takes here, and that's the question. Should I take with a knight or should I play queen takes? Queen takes knight e4. Queen c2. f5 looks kind of artificial for black. I'm actually not sure. I don't remember what JCS did. Was it the same position? Yeah, this doesn't look that good for me. I would have played the same way with black. I'm really not sure where my knight belongs. I mean, if I'm supposed to play knight takes d2 or queen takes d2. I'm just... standard BOGO type of situation. I have no idea if it's still theory. Hungarian chess cause of Slaggy? No. There's a long history here. See you later, Tushar. So I played tons of little kids in the last tournament, and I was just like facing everyone who's like 100 rating points underrated, except for one kid who I managed to beat. But basically all the others were underrated. It just cost me like a bunch of rating points. I wouldn't have played in the tournament if I knew I was going to play a bunch of little kids. There was just no reason for me to do that to myself voluntarily. Nothing against little kids, but, you know, I'd rather play old people. No, JCS, I played the BOGO a lot with both sides. I mean, this is a pretty standard. It's a pretty standard basic situation. I'm trying to play sharply here against Camel Culture. We're trying to openly F-file, get him to maybe surrender his center. I had a game very similar to this recently here. Before he has time, maybe I should play knight d3, but then he has bishop f5 all over the e4 square. But then I have knight f2. Then he has knight c5. Okay then, but then I have rook e1. Let's see, knight d3, bishop f5, knight f2. Seems like kind of fancy. Knight c5, rook a e1 with the idea of e4. Knight e4, knight takes e4. Knight takes e4, knight takes e4. See, he's playing that. I like have to go here first. He's on the pawn all those times. I mean, I guess I can sack a pawn. I almost have to. I mean, it's possible to play queen c2. Queen e3 is going to like open up all sorts of tactics for black. But this is a pretty risky approach for black, really. I would be scared. I don't have anything with e5 here. He's got defenses. Damn. You could just take that pawn? No, maybe I'm missing something. I can play this. See, that's the thing, you gotta really think fast. Took me like a minute and a half to find the fact that I could defend this pawn somehow. Okay guys, one more game. I've got to leave early at 12:15, but thanks for watching. Is my stream listed on lichess now, by the way? Because even without the lichess, we had 31 viewers. Now we're up to 38. I was just thinking like we hardly have any more if it is listed. I thought it would like double, but usually Friday's a really good day. That's why I was sad, sort of sad about losing my streamership for temporarily. Took me forever to find this move. The point is e5, you know, queen e7, e5, d, e, f, e, queen takes e5, queen takes c5, winning a piece. So it is listed. We're up to 40 now, as we speak, and I'm going to have to shut it down in 20 minutes, which sucks, but Friday I have kind of early lessons. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. On Sunday, I'm going to be doing a fast simul 30-30 for 20 players. If you guys want to come by on on Sunday at 6 p.m. Central European summertime. All right, the pressure is temporarily off. The pressure is off the e-pawn, and that means that we can just fluidly develop now, which is good. I want to play knight f3, and then our knights are on optimal positions. I guess the same tactics apply. If queen f6, e5 continues to be good. Camel culture with c6. The usage of this dark square concept is pretty typical, but wow. I mean, e4 is hanging, but d6 is hanging. What the heck is going on? King h1 is a good prophylactic move. Anyway, in all cases, if it's about the dark squares, the diagonal, the G file, I guess I can protect, B1, B2 very easily. He's still going to have to worry about this in all cases. I don't like black's position a whole lot, but still I have to play quickly. There's kind of a funny line. Oh, he didn't do it. I was thinking rook f2. Queen b6, rook f2, knight takes e4. Alright. Anyway, I don't have any time. It's just degenerated again into one of those stupid games where it's just about the clock. Okay, I mean, I was thinking monster knight here, but I can't. It sucks. Wow, good decision by Camel Culture. Darn. Now he's going to get counterplay. Wow, I underestimated this big time. I seriously underestimated this. Damn. Wow, dude. Now it's just not clear at all. I didn't think you could just take there like that, and he's got b5 really fast. Whoa. Normally it would be better to take back. I should have taken back with a c-pawn, but I sort of panicked here because of the time. Impressive play by black. Very solid. Too much time. It was just a really bad decision to take back with the e-pawn there. I sort of panicked. That's kind of a crazy move. Now he's like playing bullet. But now, suddenly, White has an awful lot of activity. Very good ending. But the game very much like kind of ruined by time pressure. Speaking of ruined, he has a defense here. Oh my god. He has like a perpetual. No. No immediate perpetual. Well, okay, this ending should be very good for me. But he has counterplay too. It's not that simple. Wow, what a weird endgame. Alright, man, tough game. Let's go back to the last game for today. I think I have time for... Bombas shows up. He's really tough, man. That was not a quality game by both of us. I mean, we both made a lot of mistakes. It was fun, though. There was a lot of mistakes. There was a lot of fun moments. But I don't think that we both played too accurately there. Alright, it was entertaining, at the very least. Knight c3. Milking the camel. Knight c3. Alright, God, I hate the closed Sicilian. Last game. Perhaps we should play a series of games to ascertain our initial strengths. Okay. I love the closed Sicilian. I was talking about a while back about how I hated the London system, and I realized that feeds into it, really. You know, if you hate an opening, hate playing against it, I think you play worse against it necessarily. Alright, rather than spazzing out with h5 here, maybe I should just play something sound. Sort of standard setup. The closed Sicilian loves you. It's so hard to play in blitz, though. Bombas use no time. You know, when people play setups like this, they can just... Indian National, Bombast. Bombast is a song by The Fall. I think I played this position with white against Josh Whiteskin. I made a draw when I was lower rated than him. National Chess Congress, 1991. It came down to rook against rook and knight. One of my few closed Sicilians with the white pieces ever. Josh probably was black here, I was white. I might have even played something like g4. The closed Sicilian feeds my family. Alright, so f5. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those openings that if you know it, it can be very effective. But I think it's just hard to play in blitz. I wouldn't mind so much in a long game. But these sort of strategic decisions that are necessary to play these closed positions, I would really like to have some time to think about my moves. You know, in a tactical position, I can calculate fast, but strategy needs, you know, it requires time and kind of deep thought. You got in your Crazy House Marathon with 0 games. What? It's 20? What? Alright, Bombas is just playing super fast. Now a4. That's my side of the board, I thought. I need time in strategic positions. Tactics are fine, I can calculate quick, but making maneuvering plans and stuff like that. Now at this point, it's like he's gonna try to do something weird, like taking on f5. What's his bullet rating? He's 1900. 2100 in classical, 1900 blitz. But he's used 30 seconds for the whole game now. Alright, I'll just go for it. Do your worst. H4, wow. Okay, that's not what I expected. He's just moving super fast. Like, the main point is to play fast. But it's not bullet. He's 400 points lower, 500 points lower rated than me, but he's like way faster. He's also beaten me 2.5 out of the last. Actually, he has a plus score against me overall. That's kind of scary. He's 500 points lower than me and he has a plus score. Draw and simul, draw and simul, draw and simul. He lost in blitz. A simul win and a simul win. He drew in blitz. That's pretty impressive, dude. And he's only used 30 seconds for the whole game. Not really sure what to do here. Just able to move instantaneously. What am I gonna do? I have to do something. White plays like perfectly. And instantly. I did beat him once in a simul game somehow. I don't know how. But for his rating, he's got an incredible score. Alright. Last game for today, guys. Doesn't look good. The position is okay, but I'm 3 minutes behind on the clock. Hell mood. Wait, did you play the Dutch? No. This is a closed Sicilian. Another one of my favorite openings. Now, I've played the Dutch, but never in a tournament game. You know, I occasionally will play it in Blitz for fun. Pretty standard looking position, really. It's hard for both sides to do anything. That's why I hate these closed Sicilians. I'm really sorry the last game had to be a closed Sicilian. The position that I just don't really like playing. It's enough to make you want to play the Scandinavian. Remind me to play the Scandinavian against this guy. Probably I've tried that. I don't recall our games. Just too long ago for the most part. Where is his time going? He's 1800 in chess, 960. 2130 in classical. That's quite strong. The blitz is much lower. Now h6. Closing it up completely. Wow. Alright, this position is pretty demented. He just killed my bishop on h8. That's insane. I've never seen anything like that before. 1900 in blitz. Wow. I have no bishop. This is a trap I've never ever seen before. I guess I have to sack a piece. But I just don't think I have enough compensation. What about something else, like d4? Maybe I do this, then I sack a piece on e5. First d4. Okay, his d3 pawn is really weak. I'm gonna have to sacrifice a piece. It's just a question of when. When and where. Yeah, I know it's a nice bishop pawn. I guess I should have played rook f7. Would have been one of those moves that you would make if you had a little bit of time. So there's two options. Try to lock it up, or yeah, here, another good move. I really ought to flirt with a sacrifice on e5. That's a key idea here. But it's not so easy to do that without, you know, this exchange on b7 and all that jazz. Now knight takes e5. Knight takes e5, takes e5, bishop takes e5, check. He has like knight f4. I mean, it's really hard for him to do anything. It's just demented. Well, I see what's happening here. Now he's going to have to actually find a way to break through. I'm not surprised that Bombas has such a good score against me. Look at this, what he's capable of. Like, how do you come up with this? Only White can play for a win, obviously. I think it would be kind of disrespectful to offer a draw here. But if he doesn't make progress in some way, you know, I mean, I'm just going to p-position. I can sack a piece again. Take, 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 take. But it seems like an unnecessary risk. I mean, I would be content to just draw. Now he's setting up tactics with no time. Knight h5. Wow. Okay, I don't even know what it does. I guess we just play king h8, king f8, you know. This is a really, really strange game. I've never played anything like this in my life. Never seen anything like this. And he's able to do this with like no time. Just conveniently sacrifice pieces and stuff. Doesn't he have knight h7 there and queen c6? But then he's down a piece. No. That's a pretty interesting game by white. Clear advantage according to the computer, but how do you make progress? Apparently I was better. Like I should take it. Yeah, I guess I should have taken it. At this point I was just in auto mode. Just believing him. I still don't have a bishop though. I mean, this is okay for the computer, yeah. I should do it. If I had more time, I would have done it. Interesting game by white. Alright guys, I gotta go. Craziness. I definitely should have played rook f7 to evade that problem. That's good. I've never had that happen before. Maybe once. It happened to me. This bishop on h8, now that I think about it, but it's been a long time. That was a long game, just 100 moves or something. He seemed very devoted to trying to win there at the end. He made no inaccuracies, no mistakes, and 2 blunders with these piece sacrifices at the end. Check that out. There's another mistake up here, apparently. What's this? Well, the computer just thinks I'm better here? I mean, it's nice, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. F takes e4, wow. F takes e4 and d5. Would be good to study this a little bit, to understand what I was doing. 2 inaccuracies, 2 blunders. I have 2 inaccuracies, 2 mistakes. But the computer is saying I should take here and play like d5, which to me looks kind of weird, but we should probably think about this, what to do in the future. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and subscribing. We're going to be back on Sunday with a simul here. We're going to be playing 30-30 simul against viewers 20 players on Sunday 6 p.m. CEST. Thanks Spinal Tap Chess for resetting my account. I've lost all my friends. I've got to get my friends list back, so if you guys are on my friends list, send me a message to remind me. Actually, don't do that because then I'll have like a million messages. I'll just try to sort it out. We got to refill the friends list. I will see you later. Don't forget to subscribe and watch the replays on YouTube, Video Chess Training on YouTube. Please support and donate to the stream via PayPal or here on Twitch with bits donations. I'm glad to be an IM again in the eyes of lichess, and I will be back on Sunday. So thanks Soltigo for your support, for your help, and for moderating. I will see you guys for the simul on Sunday. Interesting games today. Yeah, I'll be your friend. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.